Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm sitting right in front of my front door and all my neighbors have dogs that have been barking all morning, so I'm hoping that they stop barking because it's just really distracting. So let's try and get through this video. So as many of you guys know, the whole world basically is trying to do social distancing. A lot of countries are in lockdown, and the other day I was actually thinking to myself, what if someone was basically in lockdown and they are struggling with binge eating? What would, I have done if this was a couple of years ago, or what would I basically recommend to someone if they were to ask me? So I just started writing down some thoughts and thinking about it, and I thought, you know what, I will record a video and tell you guys my top 10 tips if you are stuck at home and if you are struggling with binging, because being at home is a big trigger for a lot of people. I know that that was a huge trigger for me because, you have a fridge, full of certain foods, or like a cabinet that has certain snacks. So I will tell you guys my top 10 tips that will hopefully help some of you out there. So if you see me looking down, I have crazy hair. It's because I wrote it all down so I don't forget. So my first tip is don't ban favorite foods. So I know, you're home, you might have all these trigger foods right in front of you, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't have anything because you are scared that you're going to start binge eating on everything. At the end of the day, we are all humans. We all have the right to indulge in chocolate, chips, lollies, whatever it is that we might like. Just because now we can't really, go out there and go on with specific routines doesn't mean that you should restrict for the next couple of weeks or however many days you're really not meant to leave the house. Still treat yourself. At the end of the day, you're allowed to. You're a human being, and at the end of the day, some of these foods do actually help us cope. For example, chocolate. Chocolate might make you happy. Have a little bit. Like, honestly, at the end of the day, this does not mean that we should restrict. Enjoy the foods that you normally will eat regardless of self-isolation or lockdown. My second tip is eat fiber-rich food. So beans, vegetable, fruits, oats. So fiber-rich foods does give us a feeling of satisfaction, and that will help you feel fuller for longer. I have realized in the past that when I load my plates with a lot of vegetables, I do feel very satisfied, and having those triggers or cravings to binge on something like sweet, it's not really there as much. So whatever the meal may be, let's say it's lunch, if you're making a wrap, chuck in a lot of different veg, chuck in tomato, lettuce, cucumber, onion, olives, just load it with vegetables. For dinner, like if you're having steak, have potato, have capsicum, have broccoli, anything. So just make sure you're getting enough fiber, because this will definitely keep you fuller for longer. My third tip is to have regular meals. Do not skip breakfast, lunch, or dinner now that you're at home. Having regular meals will also keep you satisfied and will stop some cravings. If you skip, let's say, lunch, it is very likely that for dinner you might want to eat so much more, and you might end up binging. Because I know when I don't eat breakfast, I actually end up wanting to eat more at dinner, just because I haven't eaten enough for the day. I'm really hungry, and you probably end up eating more than you really need to. So still make sure you're having breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day. Tip 4 is to slow down. Sit down and eat your meal. You don't have to rush food. It's when you're eating really quickly, sometimes your brain doesn't really register that you've eaten enough. I think I would say your brain. When you sit down and consume your food slowly, and you're chewing and you're just focused on your food, you will feel fuller. If you consume, let's say, a sub within a couple of minutes, you still might think to yourself that you're hungry because your body just hasn't registered that you've eaten. So eat slowly. That way you will, I don't even know how to explain this. That way you'll just know that you're feeling full. Now, tip 5 also is hydrate. Make sure you're drinking a lot of water. It's really easy now that we're at home and we're not going out and working and doing whatever we normally do. We might not think to drink as often. Just make sure you're still getting like 2 liters or whatever it is that's recommended for us. I know I suck at drinking. Even like during a work day, I won't even have 1 liter of water, and that's really, really bad. I've made it like a goal to have a glass or 2 of water. Like have a glass before I eat a meal, have a glass after, and then always sip on some water. Especially now with the COVID thing, like every 15 minutes, just make sure your mouth isn't dry. Just make sure you're drinking at least 2 liters of water. Once again, that helps you feeling full. That will most likely decrease irrelevant, maybe not irrelevant. For example, sometimes we're actually thirsty, we're not hungry. So just drink water with every single meal and throughout the day. Tip 6 is ditch diet mentality. Now, I know this is easier said than done, and that's what I did to actually stop binge eating altogether. Once you are so obsessed and focused on diets, it is very hard to get out of that, but we all just have to learn and break the habit of diets. So that could mean just, at the end of the day, that just means do not Google a single diet. Do not ever Google how to lose weight in 7 days, blah, blah. Because yes, in 7 days you might, and by the way, you don't actually lose fat in 7 days, like you've just lost water weight. You do gain it all back, like you do. I'm sorry, like you can't, for example, the military diet, which is literally like eating 1 boiled egg and having a vanilla ice cream at night. You can't eat that for the next 10 years because you will probably die. You just can't, there's no nutrients in that. Yes, you will be looking different, you might look slimmer and all that, you know, in a week or 2, but that doesn't last. You will gain weight and even more, and you will binge. There has never been a diet that has completely stopped binge eating triggers. I mean, not that I know of. If you know of a diet, let me know, but there isn't a single diet in this world that has cured every single person's binge eating disorders. What stops binge eating is ditching the diet mentality, because that is sick. It really is sick, and it's not mentally healthy. So honestly, it's just practicing not, it's a habit. It's just a habit that we have to break out of. You just have to stop seeing food as good, evil, bad, lean, this will make me skinny, like that all just has to stop. And it's just a habit, it's a behavior that we have to change, and I changed it and so can you. Now, number 7 is eat healthy fats, avocado, nuts, seeds. I have read that eating healthy fats does increase our satisfaction levels, which I mean, yes, because I try and put like maybe half an avocado sometimes on a piece of toast. Yes, old me thinks of the calories, new me thinks of the healthy fats in it, and it actually does help with feeling satisfied. I don't know the science behind it, or if there's much proof. I have to look into that, but have some almonds, have some avocado, have some seeds. Chuck it on your salads, 100%. Chuck it on some toast with Avo seeds on top. Amazing, amazing snack. Tip 8 is still have a routine. Many of us aren't really, supposed to go outside, so still have a routine. So still wake up every day, have a coffee, have your breakfast, brush your teeth, comb your hair, get dressed, do stuff around the house. It is so easy to fall out of a routine nowadays. I find it that now that I don't have work or uni to go to, I'm staying up till midnight, and I have to remind myself every single night to get into bed at about 10, because you don't want to ruin a habit. Even like waking up, it's nice to be in pajamas and watching Netflix, and we should do that here and there, but don't do that every single day. Make sure you still have some sort of healthy routine. Tip 9 is still work out if you can. If you have a backyard, you can still go outside. If you don't have any equipment, that's fine. You can do lunges, you can do squats, you can jump on the spot. You can still do abs, put a towel down, lay on your grass. You can still get outside, get some sun. You can do some yoga, you can meditate. It's really important to stay healthy, and I don't mean you have to work out to change your body shape or anything like that. Exercise is so good for our mental health. If you are just doing these little exercises still every single day, you will feel mentally better. I can promise you that. Here in Australia, we're still like allowed to go outside, just not in like, we're not meant to go in busy areas. So I went to an oval that was down the road. There was maybe like 3 other people there, but everyone was to their separate part, and I did just 5 laps around that football oval. Today I woke up feeling already so much better. I don't feel sluggish, and I feel like I still have energy. So still, if that's just doing a bit of yoga or stretching in your bedroom, just try and do anything. And then also with that, my tip 10 is just watch things that you enjoy, and that could actually still be like a YouTube workout video. Watch a movie, start a new show, watch a documentary, read a couple of books. Still find enjoyment in things. Not to say like, some people suggest that when you're getting a binge eating trigger, I can hear the dogs barking, oh my god. I'm gonna try and wrap this up. When you have a trigger, you need to distract yourself, you need to go for a walk, you need to do this, you need to do that. But at the same time, we can't always do that. You can't always escape a situation, and you need to learn how to recognize that thought, let it be there, and not even really ignore it. Just tell yourself like, oh, you're there. Like, just recognize that thought, but go on with what you're doing. Yeah, we're all human. You can't stop thoughts. You can't control thoughts. You just have to recognize that they're there, and doesn't mean that your behavior has to match that thought. So I hope that makes a bit of sense. But yeah, with that, still do things that you like. Sit down, watch a show, read a book, knit a scarf, I don't know, bake if you like to bake. So yeah, those are my top 10 tips on trying to not fall back into that binge eating cycle while you're at home. Hopefully it helps. If you have any questions or anything at all, please comment below. I will respond to you super fast because I am not really doing anything, so I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and follow my 2 Instagram accounts, which I will just pop right here, and I will see you guys soon. And take care of yourself. Bye.